The fire alarm screams at 2:17 a.m. Smoke curling under my apartment door. My hands shake as I twist the knob that won't budge, and then his voice, calm, close, steady. Maya, step back. A shoulder crashes into the door. Flies open. He's there. My neighbor. Daniel from 4C. Barefoot. Determined. He pulls me into the hallway as the kettle I forgot on the stove hisses like a snake. I'm crying. He's holding me. His chest is warm. The corridor light flickers. And that's the moment I realize something terrible and beautiful at the same time. I'm not afraid because he's here. Before we continue, if you're watching for the first time, Secret Woman Stories welcomes you with a warm hug. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and tell us the city you're watching from. Your support helps more women find stories that make them feel seen. The super kills the alarm. No flames. Just smoke. Shame rushes through me. 3 weeks since the breakup. 3 weeks of sleepless nights and unopened curtains. My ex, Teo, left like a door slamming down a hallway. Fast, echoing, final. He took the spare key and the future I wrote in my head. I told myself my life ended there. Past its expiration date. No returns. Daniel walks me back into my place. Opens windows. Moves with quiet skill. He doesn't make a fuss. He makes tea. Honey and ginger appear like he practiced for this exact scene. His voice is low. You're safe. He keeps saying it like a spell. The words sink deeper than the steam in the room. I should ask him to leave. You don't. He lingers by the counter, leaning on one hip, all quiet strength and kind eyes. I notice the small scar on his wrist. The way he watches the kettle like he can calm water. Rough night, he asks. Rough month, I answer. My voice cracks in the middle. He nods. Doesn't pry. He just sees me. And it's dangerous how good that feels. The next morning starts with knocking. Not the door. My heart. It thuds each time I catch a whisper of his cologne in the hallway. I try to focus on work. My cursor blinks on a blank page. The only thing I write is his name in my head. Daniel. 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 Afternoon rain turns the window into a gray waterfall. I curl on the couch under my ex's hoodie. Still smells like cologne and lies. I'm about to toss it when a brown package slides under my door with a soft scrape. No return label. Name. The handwriting is neat. Inside, a ceramic mug. Sea green, hand thrown, a little crooked. A note. For tea that tastes like starting over. D from 4C. I laugh for the first time in weeks. Break something open. We start bumping into each other. Elevator. Mailroom. The little neighborhood bookstore where the owner counts change with a magnifying glass and sells brownies no one can resist. He buys 2. Leaves 1 in my hand. To go with the mug, he says. The warmth of the brownie leaks into my palm like hope. He never asks about the breakup. I end up telling him anyway. The truth tumbles out like pebbles, small, hard, rolling everywhere. The last fight. The woman from his office. The ring I found in a jacket pocket that wasn't for me. The way endings can pretend to be beginnings until they're not. He listens. Not the kind of listening that waits to talk. The kind that makes silence feel safe. He says quietly, sometimes the person who breaks your heart doesn't know you are a diamond. That's on them. We laugh at his metaphor. But it lodges in me. Days stretch. He shows up when the sink leaks and the super is on lunch. He carries groceries up 4 flights without complaining. He fixes a wobbly chair, and the way he kneels at my table makes my ribs ache with gratitude I pretend is hunger. One Saturday he taps on my door with a question mark smile. There's a neighborhood street fair, he says. Music. Too much popcorn. Want to go. Hesitate. There are rules. After heartbreak you rebuild the walls higher. But he waits, not pushing. Just offering. I grab my rain jacket. We go. The fair is all noise and neon. Kids chase bubbles. A jazz band tries to outplay the fryer oil. He buys a paper cone of roasted corn. The butter streaks my lips. He wipes it away with a thumb and a look that pauses time. We're inches from a kiss when a woman at a booth calls. Daniel. He waves. He stiffens almost imperceptibly. My aunt, he says. We walk over. She hugs him tight, talks in fast bursts, and then she turns to me. So you're Maya, she says. My name in his aunt's mouth. Like a secret slipped. How? Begin. Daniel scratches his scar. I may have mentioned you, he says. His eyes crinkle. Something fragile and sweet expands between us like a balloon we're both afraid to pop. That night the power goes out. Storm. The building sighs in the dark. I light candles. Shadows shape my walls into slow dancers. Another knock. He stands there with a toolbox and a smile. The outage killed your hallway light, he says. I'll put a temporary one. We stand in the unfinished glow of his small lamp. He checks the fuse box. Talk. We laugh. We break every rule about how close neighbors should stand in a power outage. The air hums with everything we're not saying. Stay for tea. Yes. He glances at the rain. Only if you let me cook too, he answers. He opens my fridge like he's memorized it. In 20 minutes there's pasta, garlic singing, tomatoes soft, basil torn by fingers that know exactly how to be gentle. We eat at the counter. Our knees brush. Something in me unknots, thread by thread. After, he finds my old record player. Puts on Nina Simone. We slow dance in the glow. He's warm. Steady. He smells like citrus and rain. He asks with his eyes. I nod. The kiss is not fireworks. It's a door silently opening after you thought it was painted shut. We don't rush. We listen more than we touch. When we touch, it's with care that makes my bones feel new. He's patient. Attentive. He notices breath. He asks, "This okay?" His hands praise rather than possess. We move like we're learning a language we both somehow already speak. The rest fades tastefully to black. Two adults choosing tenderness in the quiet between storms. Morning brings sunlight and courage. He makes coffee strong and sweet. I make a joke about becoming a caffeine person if he keeps showing up like this. He grins. I can commit to coffee, he says, and the word commit lands soft and electric. Knocking. Hard. Unapologetic. The past at the door. SEO. Windblown. Apology bouquet dying around the edges. He looks at Daniel. Looks at me. Tries a smile that used to work. Maya, can we talk, he says. I don't think we have anything left to say, I answer. My voice doesn't shake. I surprise myself. He pushes anyway. Words spill. The regrets, the I made a mistake, the I can change. He says the ring was real. He says fear made him stupid. He says he didn't sleep for 3 nights and his mother said. Daniel steps back, giving me space. Not interfering. Not disappearing either. A steady presence in my peripheral vision. Last thing, Teo says. That anonymous email you got with photos of me. It was him. He points at Daniel. Your hero neighbor. He stalked me. No, Daniel says, voice calm. I protected her. Both of them look at me. Daniel turns to me fully. His truth comes out in even tones, like he rehearsed it for honesty, not defense. I was on the rooftop that night. I saw you crying by the mailboxes after midnight. The 3rd night I saw him with her by his car. I kissed. I didn't take photos. But I told a friend who told a friend who told you. I'm not proud of the gossip chain. I couldn't watch you drown while everyone pretended the water wasn't rising. Silence. Rain taps the window. My heart holds still. Teo's jaw tightens. He was waiting, he spits. He wanted you. He was the fire alarm so he could be the firefighter. Daniel's eyes don't flinch. She doesn't need rescuing, he says. She needed the truth. Breathe. The kettle clicks from yesterday's habit. I turn it off. Teo, I say. I needed the truth long before he saw anything. The petals on the bouquet sag like an answer no one wants to hear. He leaves without slamming the door. That's how you know it's really over. For a full day I avoid Daniel. Not because of anger. Because of fear. The good kind. Too good kind. Can I trust new warmth when the old one scorched my hands? Evening. A note slides under my door. Simple. On the roof. If you want air. The stairs smell like laundry soap and old stories. I push the access door and step into a sky rinsed clean by rain. He stands by the ledge with 2 paper cups of hot chocolate. He hands me one. We watch the city blink awake like an instrument panel. I wanted to tell you from the start, he says. But I didn't want to be the guy who makes your heart break about him. I also didn't want to lie. What do you want then? Ask. He answers without drama. To take you to breakfast and hear how you like your eggs. To learn your coffee order by heart. To be patient when you need slow. To walk you home when you're tired and listen when you're strong. To show up. No poetry. Just promises small enough to keep. That's strangely more romantic than anything grand. We start seeing each other like people who know how fragile new glass is. Brunch. Movies with the lights on. Groceries. Shoulder bumps in the kitchen to claim the chopping board. When we kiss, it's a conversation with no liars. He's not perfect. He hates olives but tries them because I love them. He forgets his umbrella and then refuses to let me walk in the rain alone. He fumbles once with my front door key and swears softly like he's rooting for the lock. We laugh until midnight about nothing. He is good. In every room. In every way that counts behind closed doors. Thoughtful. Generous. Present. He understands that intimacy is mostly listening. He's fluent in that language. Weeks pass. I unlearn old rules. I let myself belong to my own heart first. And then the twist I didn't see coming. An email. A job offer for him. Berlin. 6 months. A residency for designers who build practical things that make city life easier. He didn't apply. His mentor did. He's stunned. He deserves it. My chest becomes a crowded room of emotions. What do you want? Ask. I want both, he says. You and the work. But I'll never ask you to wait in a way that makes you small. We can try the distance. Or we can press pause. Or we can be brave and build something that crosses oceans. We stand there. 2 people at a train station with tickets that may or may not be for the same destination. I think about all the times I said my life was over. How maybe life was just waiting for me to write a second act. The night before his flight we cook. We dance. We don't say goodbye like a period. We say it like a comma. On the ride to the airport we hold hands. No music. Just the slow rhythm of tires and breath. He kisses my forehead at the gate. I'll call when I land, he says. But I'll listen more than I talk. Promise. He disappears into the wave of travelers. I watch until the crowd eats him. I'm not empty. Oh wait. Later my phone buzzes with a photo. Him on the plane, holding a napkin with a heart scribbled on it next to a doodle of a little mug. For tea that tastes like starting again, the text reads. The door of my apartment clicks behind me. The mug waits on the counter. I pour hot water and realize something that feels like standing on a rooftop lit by sunrise. Whether we make it or not, I'm still here. Braver. Bigger. Not too late. Weeks later a package arrives. Return address, Berlin. Inside another mug. A green. A little crooked. A note. Save me a seat on your couch. E. I hold the mug to my chest. And then the phone rings. Unknown number. A voice I didn't expect, soft and unsure. Hi Maya. The woman from before. There's something you should know about Teo. About why he ran. It concerns you. The line crackles. My heart does that stutter thing again. Is this closure? Or a new storm? What do you think I should do? Call her back or leave the past on read? Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, even a little, please subscribe to Secret Woman Stories, like, share, and drop your city in the comments. Your voice builds this sisterhood. Remember, healing is not a straight road. Choose kindness. Choose boundaries. Choose yourself. And watch how love finds you when you're ready.